So, brum brum brum, Euro Truck Simulator. We're gonna play today. I'm gonna introduce the game to you because it's actually a very pretty game, and I'm currently in the mood of playing some simulation games. That is not always the case. Anyway, so right now this one here is on Steam Summer Sale, so you can pick it up. The default, the base game, for around $5, either dollar or euro, I guess. And yeah, it's totally worth it, to be honest. So unfortunately this game is not available on GOG. That would be great, but anyway, it's a very pretty and nice simulator, and yeah, let's get to it. I created, as you can see, also some overlays because I'm getting good at this, and this is my way of advertising for myself. Yeah, I think that covers it pretty well. Okay, but I'm gonna disable this one here now, and yeah, let's read a little bit about Euro Truck Simulator so that you have an idea. It says here, travel across Europe as king of the road, a trucker who delivers important cargo across impressive distances. The distances are not that impressive, to be honest, but yeah, that's what it is. So what you can do in this game, you start out with quick jobs, meaning you get a truck, you rent a truck, and then you can make some quick money. And also the advantage is, if you don't own a truck, you can test make some money, and at a certain amount, when you have made a certain amount of money, you can actually buy your own truck. And later on, if I remember correctly, it's so long ago since I've played this game, it came out 2012, you can create your own company, and then I think even hire other drivers and buy some trucks. So the game is actually pretty deep, a little bit not too deep for me, but I've never played so intense that this, to me, it's the base game actually is also enough right now, because it gives you a lot. I like the driving and making some money, and that's about it. And at some point I get tired of this game. But yeah, it's actually pretty complex if you want, but also easy to, it's for people like me, and for people who want to get invested, and then they use like 3 screens, 4 screens, 5 screens, and set up the whole gear for playing a simulator. Anyway, the first things you want to do, especially during the summertime, when you start or install the game, you want to go into the options, and you can adjust almost everything except the GPS interface. But there are some mods on Steam. You can also use some mods. I'm not using any mods right now. Okay, but what do you want to make sure? The game for some reason chooses scaling mode, 300%. That means I'm right now using 1080p for playing this game, and the game by default choose 300, meaning 3 times the resolution, and that results in the graphics card overworking. It's not good in the summertime to make the game prettier. It's not a good trade-off. This makes sense maybe when you have a whole setup, but for my case, this is just overdone. So I set it to 100%. The graphic card is now much cooler. The same thing counts for reflections. So there are some mirror reflections in this game, which are pretty awesome, and I set them to 100%. Yeah, the rest I'll leave it like that, because the system is not getting so hot as I remember. But maybe I used a different computer back then. Okay, this is about it. Keys you can change, you can adjust those keys to your whatever you like, whatever you need. Okay, I set up a new profile, Polybar, because he was the first guy here on my channel. He wrote a lot of comments, so we're gonna use you. And I've chosen a trucker guy with a huge, impressive beard. You can choose some profile pictures. I think you can even make your own profile pictures. I don't really like the real people profile pictures. I would like more cartoonish stuff, but okay. It's a simulator, and makes sense. Anyway, so we're gonna start continue career, and yeah, today I'm just I'm just introducing the game to you. Hey, this is pretty yeah, unfortunately this game is not available for it's not available on GOG, but on GOG there is a game coming out, Truck Simulator Alaska, which I want to check out if I still feel like playing some simulations. Okay, basically I started a new profile, and when you do that you get actually an intro. You can play a tutorial as well, but I already did that and or skipped that because I know the game a little bit. And the first, I think we have to do now the first delivery, which is not far away. You can see the Navi is here pointing in this direction. It's almost across the street. So when we press the num keys, we can change cameras, right? So num 1, 6, 7, 8, yeah, a bunch of yeah. This is when we press the 2 key, we can look at our truck here. And the guy doesn't seem to have any resemblance to the profile picture, but that's okay. We don't care for that anyways. One thing I want to mention, which is pretty important, when you press F4, you get here a menu. You can see, you can say adjust seat, and here you can actually change the FOV, which we're gonna do right now. We're gonna change this to, for myself, I think 95 is good, yeah. And then we can change here the tilt, and here we can change the position of our character. We can go to the right, R is the default, or to the left, leaning a little bit out of the window. That's cool. Rotate, we can do, I don't know. I like to actually make it so that, yeah, let me just adjust that a little bit. And then we have seat position. We can go a little bit up. I like that too, but not too much. And backwards. With the seat, this is not changing the FOV or FOV. And then this guy. You see what I can do, right? And let me rotate. Yeah, and I think I've chosen, yeah, this is a good, yeah, okay, this looks pretty okay. And this you want to set up for yourself, because then you can always jump to your default view. Okay, let's leave that for now. Meaning, and yeah, furthermore, you can adjust the mirrors here if you want, but I'm okay with the mirror so far. Lights and those mirrors, you can turn them off as well, which I like to do. This one here, this window here, is your Navi, obviously, but sometimes not every truck has a Navi built in, you know, like that. So if the truck we are using, and this depends right now on the job we are having, has a Navi turned on, if there's a Navi here, which is, or let's put it that way, maybe every truck has a Navi, I'm not so sure about this anymore, but sometimes it doesn't, it's not so convenient. Then we would use this bigger window, but we can also turn this off, right, like so. Okay, right now I want to also make a change from settings. The thing is, I already adjusted some of the settings, but every new profile, you have to, when you create a new profile for saving the game, you have to really also change the settings again. That's good at the same time and stupid. It's good and bad at the same time. So I'm gonna go to options here, and now I go to controls, and here I'm going to scroll down and adjust some. Oh, why is this all grayed out? Import wizard. Can I import that? No, I don't want to do that. Blah, blah, blah. Why can I not change that here? Is the profile locked somehow? Ah, this is, I'm looking at the wrong thing. Yeah, here we go. Okay, so I want to change certain things. This one I want to change to Q. And we lost the function quick replies, which I don't actually need so often. And this one is E. Now we have to start and stop the engine. I'm gonna do this with X. And push to talk. Yeah, I don't need push to talk. And then we need, oh, I see. What's the difference? Start and stop engine. Start and stop engine electricity. Let's use I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. Let's use one of those keys here. Ah, that's good. Yeah, this one here. Okay. Which is different in the German language, anyways. But anyway, so this one we changed, and then I would like to go down a bit. And this one I'm gonna add tab to it. Lost function overlay activation. What that actually means, I don't know. But it's okay. For now, this is good enough. So you can see you can adjust your keys here a little bit. And let's start the engine. You can also start the engine by just pressing the W key. And when you press on the numpad some keys, then when you press the numpad 5 key, then you jump into the default view as we are right now, right? And when you press numpad 9, numpad 8, numpad 7, numpad 4, 5 is default again, 6, 1, 2, 3 doesn't do anything. That's good. You can maybe use those keys for something else. Okay, let's get started. I think I covered the basics. And oh yeah, you can, this is actually the best I've seen so far. You can look out the window. This helps later on with parking. Let's get to it now, because those guys here are waiting. And I think when I press C, we have some, so like a tempomat. I don't know if this is the English term, probably not. So let's turn on the Navi here a little bit. Turning signals are the best. I like the sound. So when you enter your destination delivery, then you can drive to the green thing here, to the green symbol, and stop the vehicle. Now it actually asks us to we're gonna press enter, and now we could, if you're new to those kind of games, you could choose this one here. That means you don't have to park or to place your trail, your delivery, and you're not getting any XP. It's not super, you can just don't deal with that at all if you don't like that, and continuing playing the game. And then you have like, this one is like kind of okay, and this one is the most difficult, and you get the most XP. I'll do the most XP thing because the game, this is a lot of fun to me. It's like the same thing. I think this is not always, but the most fun, it's like when you play, when you fly with a Cessna in a simulator, the best is the starting and landing is the best, Flying is cool, but this is the most where you need yeah, I like that. So let's use the most difficult way of delivering or placing the trailer. And now we have a way to go. So you see there's a little flag. We have to drive to the flag and deliver our trailer. And I try to do this from the cockpit view. But sometimes I have to step out to see, you know, this is still a game, so it's a little bit, yeah, limited in the professional view. So sometimes I want to just see where this thing is. Sometimes, not always. Yeah, we have to park it here, so probably backwards, or could we? Yeah, so you see the long thing is behind, meaning there's a space marker for the trailer, and the shorter one is for the cockpit, I think. So we have to go back a little bit. And that should be enough. And this is really difficult for the first one. Already screwed up. I thought this is easy way, but maybe we should have come from the other side, you know. And okay. Ah, wait, this isn't good. Parking. Good so far, right? We could already skip that, but we are not giving up yet. So the game is actually to skip the parking. So if you find yourself struggling too much, game is being nice and asks you if you want to skip that. But no, not yet. We can do it. Right, that's it. Now we can press T. And we, did our first delivery and got some XP. What we do with the XP, I think we unlock some things like additional things for the truck, like optical stuff. I don't know. We unlock some things, I think. But the most important thing is the money we make, you know, during those deliveries. So now we get more introduced. We could. This is our headquarter. Okay. So it's a pretty basic garage. It may not be much, but it's a start. Unfortunately, you haven't got enough anything to park there yet, so there are no trucks inside. Yeah. Once you've earned enough money and buy money and aboard a truck, you will be able to move in the world. yeah, we will be able to just have a free ride in the world. Good luck, thank you. Okay, this is a headquarter, and it's empty right now. We don't have a truck, so we could, when we say, for example, drive, here it says you don't have a truck. So I think also, when we want to buy one, I'm not so sure about this anymore, as I'm so often not sure about anything. I think we have to discover some dealers, some truck dealers, when we drive in the world around, which is kind of nice. I think it's still a game, you know, after all, it's still a game. And for that reason, I like that a lot. But here's the best thing, quick job. Here we can just choose what we want to do right now. So we can see here, we could choose this one, that one, this one, that one, you know, and see what makes, you know, I would say we go, usually I like longer distance, and you know what, if we could go to Szczecin, that would be awesome, because I was born in this city. Here I was actually born. The small Lucas was born there. Let's see if I click on that, do we see Magdeburg, Dresden, Berlin to Berlin? No. Where is Poland? What is that? No, it's not. Szczecin, here it is. Szczecin, yeah, okay, let's go to my hometown city, and here we can see we have some, yeah, what kind of goods do we have? Standard delivery. Yeah, let's just take the job here. How do I take the job? Let's go! Jedziemy do policji. No to jest prawda. So, dobra, co my to mamy? Taką truck, I do not know in the English, in the Polish language. My mom said when I was a child, I always said tatoita to cars. So let's call that tatoita. And make it like so. It's pretty, right? Everything is so pretty. So, and we can actually turn off the navi. Yeah, actually we don't need a navi at all. Yeah, pretty. Let's go. Yeah, while the older game I played recently, the 18 Wheels of Steel, has a lot of charm. This game has everything. It looks pretty, sound is good, truck is good. It only is not available on GOG. That's sad. When we press the mouse wheel, we can kind of zoom in, you know. I have to unfortunately interrupt once again because I forgot to check something to log. Maybe the game describes that, I can read that and I can say what it's doing. This one here, I see. Assign a button for turning on off cruise control. Okay, there is no explanation, you know. I don't know how I can describe that. We can adjust a certain speed. So the cruise control, I think, keeps the certain speed we adjust. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, let's see. Maybe I'm gonna ask ChatGPT later. I saw a video on YouTube. A guy was saying that we can make it. Hehehe. Ah, it's green. Yeah. I often use the mouse, but actually it's not necessary. You can do everything with the num keys here. But That's a little bit different now. We have a different truck. I see. So we have to do this for every truck. I mean, that is, like in the real world a little bit. So we can do the same thing. It makes sense, but it's, not everything which is in the real world is good to put in. Yeah, this is good. Maybe a little bit. Yeah. Okay. That's okay. So when we press C, maybe it doesn't work with this car right now, or truck. To speed control the car. No. To set a certain speed which the car maintains, we can press C for cruise control. Is this a proper sentence? I think so. Now let's press 5. Number 5 again. Yeah. Imagine that you could play this also using VR. I mean, this is a perfect game for playing it in VR. I have to turn it on a little bit. Oh. Berlin, you guys say, and we say Berlin. Berlin, you guys say. And there was one thing wrong with this city. Oh, I can tell one thing in the simulation, where the simulation, completely screwed that one thing up in Berlin. You can maybe take a guess. If you're from Germany, what could I mean? Look at this. It looks beautiful. It looks awesome. They did a really, really good job. Makes really, really sense. But there was one thing super off, and you would maybe think not enough people. That's not even a case. It is so clean in this in this simulation. That Berlin doesn't look like that. Berlin is so dirty, compared to other cities. I mean, I don't know about America, but compared to Osaka or Tokyo, where I have never been there, but my girlfriend is from one of those cities, and this is. Yeah, Berlin is really a dirty place, but it has, also nice places. So Berlin is like, I described that. It's like when you look in the mirror, Sometimes you look in the mirror and think, I still kicking. And sometimes you look in the mirror and think, oh shit, I'm getting older. And that's Berlin. Sometimes it's very nice, very beautiful, and sometimes it's so ugly you can throw up. But the most disturbing things is people. Why they just put. I saw that even people just younger people, Oh shit. I'm still not respecting the city and just throwing the garbage onto the street. It's I don't know. I've never done this when I was younger. I mean, I did this once. I did, careful. You know, when I was a stupid 16-year-old or 18 years old, you know, I've done that too. I remember when we went into disco, and then we, you know, after partying, I was in the car of a buddy, Daniel, and so he drove us home, and I was next to him, and I ate a doner, and then I decided to toss the doner out of the window because it didn't taste well, and we got actually pulled over because of that. So I did this, you know, but maybe, oh shit, I missed the exit. Oh, we have to drive here again. Yeah, so I cannot really say that I was better. I think when you are between 16 and 25 or something, yeah, you're by default an idiot a little bit, you know. Oh shit. Oh shit, in front of the police. In front of the police. Yeah, I'm confused. Let me open this one here. It's... I got... confused now. What the heck is going on? Let me... Ah, crap. Like so. F5 here. Ah, now we have to... Okay, it was a little bit hard to read another here. The small guy. Now I got it. Still green. Let's drive there. And here is the boring Brandenburger tour. People are always like, oh, gotta see this, it's so important. I don't know. Never cared much for those things. Gotta see that. Of course I've been there with a friend. Klaus, a buddy of mine, wanted to see that, so we went. Anyway. Oh fuck! Come on! I mean, really, I didn't see that's a disadvantage. You cannot really peek out the window so easily, right? So sometimes you maybe want to double check with this view to see if you have actually the green light. I do not know how the game handles that. If there are some difficulty settings you can change. I think worst case is we lose money when we get a ticket from the police, I think, but we're not gonna get revoked the driving license. I think that would be, the end of the simulation. That would be a tough simulation. Like now you lost your driving license for 2 months in real time. It's connected to your Steam account. You cannot drive anymore. I think it's still green. Let's try it. Ah, hello? What the hell? I think the lights turning very quickly. We have to be more aware of this. Well, this really is stupid. I cannot see that. Peeking out of the window would be nice with peeking out, you know, like instead of looking backwards, there would be a key that we could look out the window forwards, you know, and check the traffic light. That would be nice. Maybe we should go lower, huh? But I don't want to feel like a chipmunk driving this car. Driving the... this looks nice. Yeah, I could comment on this, but I don't want to go into that too much. Still green this time, still green. Also, we see the speed limit here is 50 kilometer per second, or per hour per second. Yeah. Stop the car. Ispan is driving. It's always late. The German Bahn. Oh, this is realistic. It's graffiti you have. Yeah. Graffiti I don't mind when people do, but they should do a good job, you know. But obviously, if you're just starting out, you just scribble your name somewhere. But please, if you like doing that, get better and make something beautiful. Then it's okay. But just, you know, your name. I mean, that's... No, you have to start somewhere. But I think there should be also some places where it's legal to do some graffiti stuff. But yeah, sometimes people don't care. It's more exciting doing the illegal stuff. And well, yeah, whatever. I don't give a shit. I was never into this. I just think sometimes, you know, seeing those graffitis once in a while, you know, some of those graffitis are really cool and cute and funny, and some of them are just so ugly that it's almost like insulting your taste. So I think when we have a certain speed, we can actually really set up by pressing C with cruise control to maintain the speed we currently have. I think when we have 30 kilometer per hour, then we can press C and the truck will maintain the speed automatically. Let's try 27. It works even. No, 27 doesn't work. No, but 30 we have to. Okay, we'll see later on the German Autobahn. Yeah, it's super detailed, this game. Think about it, it's from 2012. Also, we could technically zoom in here, but this is then very dangerous because I don't see the street anymore. The speed limit is 60. Yeah, that's dangerous, but it's easier to do around here. Just pause the game here. Okay, I just had to check something. sound, if the sound is the game sound is too loud, because I forgot to turn it down a bit. Under Linux I have to, but it doesn't really matter for you. ATs allowed, and we can I leave that Navi on. This Navi in the car right now, in the truck, is too small. There are better different trucks. This game really offers so many different trucks with a bigger Navi, with a bigger display, and then we don't need the other thing here. And if you want to adjust the GPS, I think when I say Navi, I mean GPS. I hope this is the English thing too. When you want to change the position of the GPS, I think there are some Steam mods you can use. I read that somewhere, but I'm not so deep into modding. You can drive 80 Kilometer. Stundenkilometer. Let's see. So let's say we're gonna go max. Oh, too much. Police is complaining. Get a little bit down. Okay, 79. Okay, I set it to 80, I think. Now I don't have to press gas anymore, I just have to steer a little bit. To steer, not to steer. Yeah, this in the future AI will take over. And yeah, I don't know if this is a bad thing or a good thing. It's just different. It's gonna be different. So yeah, what I mentioned earlier, I saw the video about AI. I guess, of course, so many people have so many opinions, including myself, about AI. But what I really get annoyed is this. People always do that. They always say the same thing, like it's gonna be awful, and they said this to every new invention. People are getting dumber, they say, and this is the video I watched. He said that people would get dumber because they would make use of AI. Yeah, it's true, but this counts for everything in our life. We need convenience, we use tools to not think too much, we use also tools to not work so hard. But this doesn't mean we're gonna get dumber every day. I think sometimes we are, not every day, we don't perform every day on the same level. So sometimes we have a good day where we are more intelligent, and sometimes we are dumber, and that's what it is. It's also a little bit dumb to always, new invention comes out and people making all kinds of predictions. It's tough for the generation like my generation, which is used to not having AI, but the new generation, they will adapt to that, and it's gonna be different, that's for sure, like completely different, but it's still gonna work out in some way. And some people will get dumb and not thinking at all anymore, but this always happened. If this is AI or a friend telling you what to do, I mean, those kind of people always existed. It's so stupid to see that. And then furthermore, when they talk negatively about hallucinations, about AI, of course, but you have to think about not the stage where AI is right now, but where it is, the potential of it. And this one will be mastered, this one will be fixed. 100%, I guarantee you that. It's not even, right now, sure, but this is gonna be different in 10 years, 20 years from now, imagine that. Doesn't mean that I'm a fan of it, I'm not a fan of AI, but it's a new technology and we have to deal with that. This is already done. The ship is sailed, as you guys say. So this is actually a nice expression. And so you better deal with that and stop complaining and predicting the worst thing, because you're not helping anybody. There is no help doing that. There's nothing. You're not changing the outcome of it. You just scare people more. Tell it as it is. You should not rely on it. You should still maintain your own thinking. That's good, but don't tell that people are getting dumb. They were always dumb and always intelligent. And some people are more intelligent, and some people don't care, and that's what it is. So that's my state. I stand on it. It sucks, of course, for me too. I mean, I'm getting so good with Blender meanwhile, and it's gonna be useless in a few years to the degree that it's not needed. But people maybe still care for it, If humans love doing something, it's always existing. It's always gonna be, if you like painting, you're always gonna be a painter. Just because AI can do it better, you're not gonna stop using that by doing that. Anyway, so that's about it. The rest is for a podcast session here. But those kind of videos make me kind of angry because it's so stupid when I read that. It's just, I'm not a fan of AI, but it's the tool. It's the shit. You have to use it. Don't scare people unnecessarily. This is not helping either. Or predict anything for sure. Like I just did, right? Yeah, true, but I'm right about it. Yeah, unfortunately, again. But it's not always all bad, Some certain things are better, certain things are worse. So same thing. Now we're gonna ask what we should do. Or we decide what we do, and we go with the hardest one again. And here's our position. I think we can just It's so sad I don't have a driving license, really. I would be so good at parking. I mean, if I have to practice a little bit more, but eventually I could master it. Yeah, still a little bit tricky. Yeah, that looks good. Careful here a little bit. Yeah, I'm not that good, but it's not that easy. Oh, you know what? We're gonna go a little bit safety first. We had a good start, but now it's tough. But we getting better, or I get better when I do this more often. Not too bad, but I want to do it well. This one is tricky. Ah, we did it. Kinda. Not perfect. The first one was better, but it's still, we're gonna still get the full thing here. And we got some stupid achievements. I don't really care for achievements at all. So now we could choose what we wanna skill in. Yeah, so we could, you see that, right? Or this skill allows you to transport fragile. So we could choose something. I think I like long distances, usually the best, and then maybe some. Yeah, Fu, oh, whatever. It's all the same, but long distance I like, actually. So, okay, new upgrade available, it says, but what we gonna get? Yeah, stuff like this, I don't know. I mean, yeah, it's fine for people who like it. It's whatever. I don't need that, at least not right now. In games like Need for Speed, that would be great, but this one here, I don't know. But no complaints. If it's there, it's good, you know. It's why not? Okay. Now let's get a different destination. Let's do one more delivery. Let's see. Back to Berlin. No, let's use something else. I don't want to go back to Berlin. Or are we in Berlin right now? Oh, this is from Berlin. Oh no, here. From here to... deeper into Poland. Yeah, why not? Let's go deeper into Poland. Take this job. Let's do that. Okay, dobra, jedziemy. Samochód kurwa makes brum brum. Brum brum. Yeah. So my grandpa was on a ship always. My mom told me she was here in Stettin, a German, or they always say Stettin, but it's actually Stettin. Stettin. I hope I pronounce it correctly. And she was, always checking out the ships. They are huge sometimes. They are so large. That's what she said. I know, but not that large. I mean, yeah, it's called Stettin is in German eine Hafenstadt. I don't know, what would that be in English? Hafen? I don't know. I said already in the last parts, I was thinking I'm late, with stuff like this, but I was actually I would like to make a driver's license, but it's extremely costly in Germany. It's very expensive, and furthermore, I'm older now, and I have now problems with my eyes. I recently got some eye floaters like a year ago. No, not quite yet. And some other difficulties, if you know what I'm talking about, then that's okay. I only wanna, yeah, it's still, I'm still dealing with that. It's still scary. I think it takes a while until I get used to that, because it's not just stopping there that I get some iFloaters, I get some other visuals too, and that's the part which makes it difficult, is that it's not stable, it changes, and I get my eyes checked regularly. The whole thing is very, very scary. Yeah, so I'm not sure if I can still, even if I could even do it anymore. I mean, I can see clear, and my eyesight has improved. That's also weird. But I can, yeah, with those things, I don't trust my body as I did, when I was younger. But that's, that's just part of getting older. I mentioned that maybe in case someone has the same problem or similar thing, This guy is coming so fast at us. Yeah, I was also thinking maybe going to look for help in terms of looking for other people with the same problem in the same city, like a self, how do you say it in English? There's sometimes you have in the city some groups you can go with this, so if you're, for example, like an alcoholic, you could go to a group and exchange, talk about your difficulties and stuff like that. I thought maybe looking for something like that for myself here in the city I'm living, and maybe you can guess already what kind of city that is. Well, I want to make it too easy for you. This truck doesn't even have a navi. And this time I didn't adjust the truck. It's getting too annoying also, and I forgot, and it's getting too annoying adjusting each individual truck. I think later on when you're buying your own truck, then it makes more sense to do that. We actually have here? Boring stuff. Balloon so nice. Way too fast. What is the Mercedes anyways? Yeah, with simulators, there is a time for playing those games. A time where this is a lot of fun, and then other times where I couldn't care less about simulators. I don't know what it is. Once in a while I enjoy these games, and once in a while I don't give a fuck. Too fast, too fast, too fast. Doi. Gonna get this guy. I'm not allowed to so fast. I'm not allowed driving that fast. Yeah, all the European police cars, they look all so boring, you know, like not threatening at all. I think the American ones, they look so cool, you know. I mean, it's a little bit stupid because you don't wanna, you know, a cop should resemble somebody who's there to help, to serve you, and they look all like special forces in America, but they all, you know, they look like badass. It's really, really cool. You know, it's good for a game or something, but it's, if I see a police officer like in Germany, although meanwhile they have pretty, yeah, depending on the city also, like they are completely protected. 20 years ago or something, they were looking like hunter, you know, like a hunter for deer, all green, you know. Very, you know, you couldn't really take them seriously, but it, you know, you would probably approach a guy like a cop from 20 years ago in Germany probably easier than nowadays, you know, when they look all like, yeah, everybody looks like special forces. Everything became so serious, you know. But anyways, I love the presentation of the cars in the US because they look so cool, like very powerful. Yeah, and here in Germany, you look at the police car, it looks like a Smurf. There's no one even working here, so we have to pay how much? I don't know. Didn't pay attention. I just paid. Berlin. Push up. I can't read in the Polish. I can only talk like a child. Not even. I can communicate and understand a lot. But sometimes, you know, when I hear a child speaks Polish, I think, wow, so good, so good, so impressive. But I can, you know, I can get my whatever I try to explain, I can explain things in the Polish somehow. I can make myself clear a bit at least, and understanding is much easier because I never practiced talking, you know, in the Polish language. I always thought about doing that at some point in time. I'm so okay with, you know, English is fine, I'm okay with that. Polish is okay. Oh, I have different things to think about. And you know, I'm getting older, so I know it's not always about constantly working working on yourself and self-improvement. Learning is great and it keeps your brain young, that's good. But I learn automatically with other things. It's also about, taking it easy sometimes, just enjoying where you are right now. Be aware of what you have right now. Is also enough. I know. But it's true, I need it. I really do need it. This game, for example, is really nice right now. Brum brum brum. Oh, a cow. There's so many details in this game, it's actually incredible. $5. You should really pick this up if you like, even if it's on Steam. Steam is still a great guy. I prefer GOG, obviously, but Steam is also fine. And at least they offer so many features. It's crazy what they offer me. But you don't own those games. That's yeah. I think what we see when you look at the steering wheel, the symbol here, I think this is could be. Somebody has to correct me on that, but I think this is the Polish guy. Oh, you're too fast again. I think I have to go to the right side. Huh? What would be such a great, maybe this would have been my fulfilling, truck driver. Here we go. I wouldn't like bus driver in the city because you always have to deal with those other individuals which look like you but are more annoying. Other humans. And you don't drive very far. But truck driver or a Cessna. I would love to be a delivering guy with a Cessna. That would be awesome. Or maybe a long distance bus driver. No, you still have to deal with the people. I don't want to see people around me like. I don't know. But I remember a time when I was younger, there was a thing in the German. So there used to be, I think it was law that you had, as a truck driver, you had to have another guy sitting next to you. It was not allowed. I think I have to check this again though, but I'm pretty confident. You weren't allowed to drive to make deliveries with only one guy sitting in the vehicle. I think so. And I think that would be what a great time. Imagine when you have a buddy, a good friend of yours, and driving together through the country making deliveries. Maybe even if you have the right woman for that, which enjoys that kind of thing as well. You could have a nice team, I think that's great. That's sad that this is not the case anymore. That also truck drivers are under pressure as so many people. That is not nice. Imagine we have all those enhancements, invasions. innovations. Is this a word? We invented things. Sometimes I'm not sure if I'm saying the right thing. But innovations, yeah. AI and stuff, and still we have no time. This is still, the society is still built of efficiency. Still, this is why pressuring the poor truck driver, and also more and more control over. I don't know. It becomes like a society critical statement, but I'm very critical about those things. I think it's not necessary to always be efficient as much as you can. This is not necessary, but okay, that's what it is, right? So let's go to the right. P is this guy here. The windshield, I think. No. The wipers. The windshield wipers, right? Ah, wiper because of Schlange, huh? Now makes sense. Never thought about this much. Oh, you always... Oh. Looks the same, right? I mean, that's fine. So, let's see. How you get trained on that. And this time we did pretty well. I did pretty well. We did pretty. I try to get rid of this we thing. It's so stupid. Actually, I was thinking about this. I know it's just how people talk, but sometimes they talk without thinking. Like you would claim that I do that, but I think much more than you would expect. And I think this is kind of like, hey guys, welcome. And then, here's my, what's the thing again? No. Oh, those bullshit people. Bullshitting stuff I really hate. Always did. Advertisement people, I hate all those lies and things people say without thinking. I know, I always get like philosophical. We are done already. Okay, so we made some money. Not much, huh? Yeah. So we could take another job here in the list. Yeah. So we made some money. Yeah, so Polybar made some money. Okay, well, let's say save the game. Actually, every profile is also completely empty with the save files. Yeah, I like this idea. Okay, I don't know how to write Polybar anymore, so I have to use my phone, I think. Poly. Also, I was thinking, if I ever record a session of a project Zomboid, which is a completely different game, I'm gonna go make some survivors and name them to the common people, because I'm not gonna make it in those games. I usually die pretty quickly, and that can be fun. Okay, so well, that's the game. Check it out. Maybe I'm gonna record another part, maybe not. I mean, we have now 2 profiles, that's good. We'll see about that. Okay, then I say bye-bye. Yeah, that's it, bye-bye.